morning, good afternoon, good evening. When you listen to this, this is Tanks and Tutties, brought to you by Tubbs and Frankie.
Third time before
I continue, I just want to say this is our third time starting this recording because Frankie's a dumb ass. Can't get his mic figured out, but we're going. Now, listen, we're going to do it before I get into what we got. A little public service announcement, okay? I changed my diet, and my body is not appreciative of what is happening. So throughout this podcast, I may randomly just go, hey, gotta go, and Frankie's going to take over, and I'll be back as quick as I can. But
Jake
we should
has
be
the
okay.
shits. That's what he's telling you right now.
Yeah, I have the shits, everybody. I apologize. But I'm feeling good right now, so we're going to go ahead and go with it. So this week, weekend recap, locks and long shots, college football, great news. MLB, World Series, NFL, some crazy shit. We had the trade deadline today. So we'll be recapping those, talking about who did well,
Fresh
who didn't
off the
do
press.
enough. And then Paige's picks, do not bet list, and we'll wrap up with my roulette, and we'll send you on your way. So, tell me about your weekend, Frankie.
It was a interesting weekend. Halloween weekend, as you all know. So Saturday, I decided to dress up, and I went out to the bars. And my girlfriend and I, we went out to the Bob, which is a bar downtown Grand Rapids here, and they were having a big party. They were selling tickets beforehand to get in. We missed the pre-sale tickets, so we're like, you know what? We'll just go. We'll get in line a little bit early. Doors open at 8. We'll get general admission. We'll get in right away. Great. So we get there at 7. Doors open at 8. Front of the line. I was like, all right, perfect. We're going to get in. 8 o'clock comes around. They're letting all the ticket people in first. Good, great. Line's moving quick. I was like, all right, we'll be in by 8:30. 8:30 rolls around. The line's still packed. They're letting ticket people in. I was like, okay, whatever. 9 o'clock rolls around. Still letting people in the ticket line. One of the security guards is walking down the line asking, hey, if you got tickets, come in this line. We'll let you in right away. Just continually making the line bigger. So I was like, all right, now I'm getting frustrated. 9:30 comes around. Mind you, when I got there, the Michigan State game had not started. We are now in the third quarter, and I still have not moved in line. It's 50 degrees outside. Actually, it was about 45 degrees outside at this time. I'm wearing a short sleeve T-shirt. A little bit chilly.
You were tatted up, though.
Yeah, with a fake sleeve, you know. And then I find out that not only am I waiting in line to get in general admission is also $60 a person to get in.
You didn't tell me that part.
I know.
Jesus.
So then, 10 o'clock rolls around. We're still in line. Mind you, I've now waited in line for 3 hours. I get inside at 10:15. Paid the $60. I was like, you know what? This is going to be great. I didn't pay the $60 for it to be shitty. I walk upstairs to the second floor. Mind you, this is a 3-floor bar with a 4th level being a nightclub that's like exclusive. All 4 floors were open that night. I get up to the second floor, which is usually the busiest. There's approximately maybe 60 people on the dance floor. And I was like, where is everybody? So then get a couple drinks, chugged some real quick. All of a sudden, I just started feeling like shit. And I was like, dude, what is going on? I had 2 drinks. Long story short, I waited in line for 3 hours, paid $60 to get into a bar, had 2 drinks, and then left by midnight because I felt so shitty.
You lightweight. Oh my God.
I don't know. No, it wasn't even drunk. Like, I don't know what was happening. I had a knot in my stomach.
That's why nobody was on the dance floor, because everybody felt like shit, too.
A fuck ton of people were throwing up.
No shit.
And then
Did
the
you
funniest
throw up?
part, no,
Did you throw
I
up?
didn't throw up.
Attaboy. Clap it up
drinks.
for Frankie.
I hope I didn't throw
Clap
up.
it up for
Jesus.
Frankie.
So then the best part, I'm going to leave, getting my Uber or whatever, and I walk down the stairs, and some dude's right behind me, and all of a sudden he like kind of stumbles, and I hear like a splat, and I was like, dude just spilled his drink everywhere. And I turn around, he's like, what the fuck?
He puked on you?
No.
Oh.
And he's like, what the fuck? And I was like, what the hell just happened? And this dude's like, we both have our drinks, like neither of us spilled. Somebody from the 3rd floor threw an entire drink down the stairs and almost landed directly on this dude.
Wow.
And I was like, Jesus Christ, dude, like shit's getting wild in here. I also watched some dude get carried out on all fours. That was pretty great.
How do you get carried out on all fours?
He was pissing some people off, and they told him he had to leave, and he wouldn't leave. So then 4 bouncers came up. 2 grabbed him by his legs, and 2 grabbed him by his arms and carried him out down the stairs.
Halloween weekend, bro. That's crazy.
And apparently he bit them at the bottom of the stairs.
Oh, you have to if you're getting carried out.
And
then I assume your Sunday you just watch football all day?
Yeah.
All right. That's a good Sunday. Hey, for me, not as eventful. On Saturday, I went golfing. Beautiful day. I think it was 65, 66. So I went out golfing, and then I went to the bar after, had a couple drinks. I'm dieting right now. So for those of you, most of you know me, but if anybody random's listening, Tubbs isn't exactly in the greatest shape ever. I've always kind of been a little bit overweight, so I'm getting real serious about losing it. And I started this diet, and I'm drinking way less. Like, first of all, I'm not drinking beer anymore, which has been killing me. I haven't had a beer. Well, actually, I had one on Saturday. But I haven't had, like, a night of beer in forever.
Wait, hold up. Didn't you just buy 2 cases of Bush Apple?
I was going to get to that, God damn it. Oh, okay. All right, relax. So, anyways, I'm on this great diet. I've been doing really well with it. I'm only drinking, like, once, twice a week, maybe. So at the golf course, I was drinking Nooners because those are, it's just vodka and juice. Can't be that bad, right? And I drank like 3 or 4, and I was gone. And we were on the 9th hole, and I drove, so I was like, I need to relax. We played 18, so I
drank
sobered
4
up.
noons in the first 9 holes?
Yeah. So maybe that was part of it, too. I was putting them down. It was a beautiful day, man. I was playing well. I shot pretty okay. It was a great day. So then we go to the bar. And I'm at the bar, and I got like a vodka soda, and I slowly drank that, and then went to a buddy's house for the Michigan State game. And on the way home, I'm like, hey, let's grab, or no, sorry, way before. On the way to golf, we wanted to get some Fireball. And we stop inside to the liquor store there, and the Holy Grail, Busch Light Apple, discontinued. I haven't seen it in months. My favorite beer ever. And I was torn. I was like, holy shit. Not supposed to be drinking beer. I'm supposed to be doing this vodka soda, Nooners thing. I spent $30 on 8 Nooners. And but then I said, fuck it, I need to have this. So I bought 3 cases. Gave one to my dad, so I'm only drinking 2 of them.
I'm only drinking 60. Oh, I was going to say, I'm only drinking 60.
No, they're 12 packs. They're 12 packs. I haven't had one yet. I don't really know what I'm going to. Probably this weekend. But hey, watch the Michigan State game on Saturday at the buddy's house. We'll get to that later. I came home Saturday. Did I play games Saturday night? I did. I did play games Saturday night, I believe. Yeah, I did. It's like the first time I was like decently drunk. I kept drinking when I got home, and first time I didn't go to bed after day drinking. So that was pretty great. And then Sunday, football all day. Don't have to talk about that too much.
I just want to point out, like 4 episodes, like a month ago, I think it might have been longer than that. You golfed, and you're like, yeah, maybe the last round of the year. I think you've golfed every weekend since.
I definitely have the last 2, maybe 3. I mean, they just keep throwing 60 degrees at us. What do you want me to do?
True. This weekend, 70 degrees.
This weekend?
Yeah.
Nah, shut up.
Yeah, no, I'm dead serious.
I don't believe you.
Saturday is 68 and rain.
Oh, yep. It's raining on Saturday, and I don't golf on Sunday. And all my golfing buddies are busy. I was texting them about going out possibly. But yeah, I didn't go out for Halloween for the first time in a minute. I didn't really have a costume, and I didn't really feel like going out after the Michigan game, so I just went home. And then Monday, didn't have to hand out candy either because we had bowling league, so that was great. All right, let's get going because that was a long recap. Locks and long shots. Don't let me get hot. Last week we had the Astros and Phillies over 6.5 in the first game. And it was looking great. I mean, the Astros put up 5 real quick. And then the Phillies came all the way back and won it. We'll get into that later. 6-5, 11 runs, easy money. We're 13-10 on the long shots now. This week.
Locks.
God damn it, I always do that. This week we got Georgia -8. I think Tennessee is a great team. They're very fun. I won't be mad if this doesn't hit and if Tennessee wins. I just like the spot. Georgia didn't look great last week, to be honest with you.
And they lost their best defensive player.
Sure, didn't know that, but I think it's a great spot, though. I mean, they're at home. It's the biggest game they've had they actually went to the national championship. Biggest home game they've had in a long time, and it's 1 versus 2. So I'm gonna go ahead and ride Georgia -8. Long shots. I'm 7-10 now. We lost our SGP last week. Very disappointing too because I was a genius. I knew it'd be close. MSU plus 15.5. I think they were down 6 at halftime. Oh wait, you don't know because you were waiting in line at a bar.
Well, the guys behind me had the game on, so I was fully aware of what was happening.
But yeah, it was a one-score game at halftime, I think, and Michigan wasn't able to put up the 36.5. They had 3 red zone drives that ended up getting 3, so that cost it there. So that's disappointing. But this week, I'm ready to get hurt again, everybody, and I'm taking the Lions money line. And let me give my reasoning. Aaron Rodgers, I don't feel bad actually. Fuck that guy, but he has nothing. They on Sunday against the Bills, they actually did what I said. I don't know if it was last week or 2 weeks ago. They ran the ball. It didn't work. The Bills have the best rush defense in the league, but the Lions have a bad rush defense. So I'm literally terrified of this play. The Lions, they have a good run game, I guess, and the Packers have a bad rush defense, but they have literally, I don't know if they do anymore, but they did last week have the best pass defense in the league based off some stat I don't remember. So I'm scared, but we're just going to throw it out there.
All right. Yeah, that's not hitting. Anyways, my locks, I'm just going to skip right to it. We'll come back to the recap. I'm completely fading you. Packers money line. I don't give a shit how big of a line it is. It's only actually -175 right now. I might just put the entire house on it.
It's not even a fade really when it's the Lions. I mean, that's as lock as a lock gets.
Yeah, I wasn't going to, but once you mentioned that stat about the running, our rushing offense and everything, I thought about switching it quick and making it Aaron Jones over rushing yards. But I'm just going to stick to the easy one and say Packers money line because I never know what they're going to do with the pass or the run game. Last week was a good one, so this week will probably be a bad one. We'll probably just pass the ball 50 times to no receivers. So yeah, I'm going to take the Packers money line. Last week I had the Lions team total under 23.5, and quite honestly, that one was very frustrating. Finished with 27. Mind you, they put up 24 in the first half. So.
My headphones are about to die, so if I can't hear you, just roll on them and figure out how to charge them.
Okay.
This is just a shit show from me. I apologize, everybody. We'll get back.
And then I also had that I was going to get more picks correct than Jake, which, as we'll find out later, I lost that one by 1 or 2 games. I'm not really sure. Long shots, I lost again on that one. Giants, my cash cow, did not cash for me. Long shots are looking real rough. I am now 4-10-2. So I don't want to say to fade me on long shots, but it might be time to fade me on long shots.
I'll be right back. I need to go ask my brother how to charge these. I'm an idiot. I'll be right back. You just carry. It'll be quick.
All right. Anyways, I'm going Tennessee money line. Listen, it's going to be a phenomenal game this week. Georgia, Tennessee in Georgia. I think Tennessee should maybe be the number 1 team right now. I'd love to get Jake's take on this when he comes back. But their offense is rolling. When I look at the defenses, Bama couldn't stop Tennessee. They have a great defense. Kentucky couldn't stop Tennessee. They also have a good defense. Georgia has quite possibly the greatest defense in all of college football. And now they just lost their best defensive player. So, yeah, I could take the 8 points, but it's not really a long shot. So I'm going to get risky with it and go straight up on the money line. I think it's going to be a phenomenal game. Quite possibly the best game of the year. Give me Tennessee money line. So Jake is slowly coming back here. I now see Jake and his brother both plugging in the headphones. Oh. Are we back?
For a little bit. I got my tech assistant here, my little brother. He's working on getting it charged, but we still have charge for now, so we're going to roll. Where are we at right now?
So I just gave my long shot. I told the people that it might be time to start fading me. Headphones are off.
All right. We're just going to roll. If this thing dies, we'll figure it out on the fly. I don't know what to do. He can't figure out why it won't charge. I'm plugged in, but, this light right here, it's not blinking. You'd think it would blink if it was charging, right?
You would think.
Huh?
But
Doesn't blink? Okay, all right, we're going to roll. We're rolling.
Anyways,
shout out to my brother for the tech assistance. Yeah, where are we at? Let's go.
I gave Tennessee money line, and I said I personally think that Tennessee should maybe be the number 1 team in the nation.
They will be if they win, obviously. I just love that we're literally opposites every play.
On both, yeah. And then I told the people it might be time to start fading me on long shots, other than this week.
Did you say that you're 4-10-2?
I did.
Okay. All right. Well, let's move on then to some college football. Did you also mention to them that I had more correct picks than you?
I did.
You did not?
I did. I don't know how many games more you had than me.
I had 2 more, or I had 1 more than you, actually.
I was going to say, it was close.
We had the same plays for Sunday night, Monday night. It was just I was 1 game up on you after the 1s and 4s. So, all right, college football. Michigan versus MSU. Some crazy shit, man. First of all, it's a little scary that Michigan only put up 29 points against that shitty defense, but it is a rivalry game. They ran the ball as much as they wanted, and it was just, just down by the goal line, we just fell apart, which is fine. That's okay. Did you have any thoughts on the actual game? I mean, I know it's not a lot to talk about. Corum went off, and then MSU.
No, I didn't really watch it. The guys behind me actually had the MSU first quarter money line, and that hit. So,
wow.
Yeah,
that's a weird play, but yeah, they had that one drive.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get into it, man. The hall brawl. If everybody, I'm assuming everybody saw it. So after the game, there was some pushing and shoving, nothing out of the ordinary, really. I'm sure that Michigan was talking shit. Michigan State was probably saying some shit. And as you all know, Michigan's got one tunnel that leads to both locker rooms. So MSU, the away team, usually goes first because Michigan's, hanging out with the fans, taking pictures, whatever, talking to the coaches, doesn't matter. So Michigan State, the video of the stadium, you can see Michigan State just all filing in. And I should have looked up who it was. I don't remember. It was number 1, but he was a defensive player. I think he's a cornerback. I don't think he plays. But he comes, you can see in the video, he's skipping and jumping right into their big pile. And he's cutting past people, and I'm sure he's talking shit. And what happened? He gets into the stadium and literally just gets the shit beat out of him. I mean, there's a video of it's like 10-on-1, and they're just pushing him and shoving him. One guy's swinging. He hits a wall. And then there's another video, bad quality, but you can see somebody is swinging a cleat at his head. And apparently there was a helmet somewhere that hit his head, shoulder, and back, which honestly shoulder and back shouldn't have mattered. You have your pads on, but head, yes, bad. Now, my thoughts on it are, dude, you shouldn't be – what's the rush? There's some Michigan fans, which I hate. They're like, oh, he was getting medical attention. No, he wasn't. He was skipping and jumping and running. There's no medical attention there. Oh, he had to pee. Okay, I maybe see it, but listen, you don't need to talk shit. If you really had to piss, you would just say, excuse me, and just go. Or not even say excuse me, just slowly brush by. And, yeah, so it's just a complete shit show. Him and his family are pressing charges. 4 MSU players got suspended. Mel Tucker still hasn't apologized to Harbaugh about it or reached out. So it's a shit show. I'm just sick of the Michigan fans that are like, oh, arrest those kids. Oh, kick them off the team, blah, blah, blah. I mean, they made a mistake. They were amped up after a big game. I don't think they should be kicked off the team. I don't think they should be arrested. I think it was just a bad – maybe the guy with the cleat, that's a little crazy, or the helmets. But the group of guys that, they did gang up on him. It sucks, but I don't think you kick him off the team. Maybe the guy with the cleat, though. Maybe.
Yeah, so my take, the fact that Harbaugh wants them criminally charged for assault, but just has, no comments on, let's just say a college basketball coach.
Why would
punching
Harbaugh
another? Well, it's not that he has a comment, but it's just kind of weird that Michigan is backing one but not the other. It's just,
I said it.
Say a basketball coach punches another adult male in the face after a basketball game against a in-conference rival.
It was an open hand slap.
The first time.
Yeah.
Still an assault, but either way.
It's also like, why you slapping? No,
we've
talked about that. We've talked about that, and I believe we're on the same page. I've said he was wrong. I've said the guy probably said something. I assumed it was maybe racist, but who knows? It's squashed. That's in the past. That doesn't correlate to this at all. If Harbaugh punched a guy in the face, yeah, 100%. It correlates. There's a problem. I think the biggest problem right now is why do you have one hallway? It's all, I know the tradition, blah, 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 whatever. Dude, get 2 hallways. None of this shit ever happens. Also, if you want to keep the one hallway because of tradition, you don't want to change the stadium, whatever, get some damn security. Have the security get 8 guys to sit there and just all you need is one person to grab that one guy running and tell him to don't go. None of this happens. Like the skirmish on the field was basic. It was pushing and shoving, some yelling, maybe a face mask grab. Got broken up real quick. But you need security. There was nobody there. The one security guy I saw was nothing. And then there's a campus police in that video. They're not even actual police, so it was just shitty all around. I can go on and on for hours, so let's move on. I did like that you threw in the Juwan punch. That was clever. Didn't see that coming, honestly. I don't know why. So let's keep going here. Wisconsin. Just want to remind you, they had a bye week, so we don't have much to talk about. But I do want to remind you guys about the pattern. So in their last 4, starting with 4 weeks ago, they lost. Then they won. Then they lost. Then they won. Now this weekend, they're at home against Maryland. Maryland is plus odds, I believe. Can you confirm or deny that for me?
I'm actually on DraftKings right now.
I think they're plus odds, so based off the pattern, maybe you go take Maryland money line.
They are plus 165, plus 5 points.
All right, we are officially changing my lock and long shot. My lock is Maryland plus 5, you say?
Yep.
And my long shot is Maryland money line. Official change. Boom. There we go. I wasn't going to do it, but I thought about it all day, and I'm doing it now. So.
Interesting.
Yep. Is
you
Tua
don't just
playing
want to
or
make
no?
it.
Tua's not playing, or Tua's brother isn't playing, is he?
I have no idea. I don't
Tua's
stay
yeah.
up to date on Maryland.
What were you saying before I interrupted you?
You don't just want to go with 2 picks this week?
No, because I'm also not confident in Georgia or the Lions, so I'd rather just have 1 loss on both rather than 2. So
that's fair.
I don't think there's much to talk about. They had a bye week, so we'll see next week. Just keep an eye on that pattern. I don't think Ohio State's scary. Penn State technically almost beat them, I guess. They didn't look good till the 4th quarter. They looked like shit in the first half.
Penn State covered.
Penn State covered.
Ohio State doesn't cover.
Ohio State didn't cover the first half, which we threw out on Twitter. Follow the Twitter, but don't take our picks because we've been awful.
This week wasn't horrible.
Breaking even is bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got that killer mindset. I want to do well. So, yeah, don't think they're too scary.
I just think their defense isn't that great.
That's exactly it. Their offense is, good enough. It's probably a little bit better than Michigan's, but Michigan's defense is better than Ohio State's, in my opinion. Ohio State's got that 1 pass rusher, and that's it. So, Oklahoma State got whopped.
Yeah, this one actually was part of our picks, so I agree. Our picks are bad.
I did not see that coming.
Neither did I. Which, well, actually, I shouldn't say I didn't, because it's a good, they had the big win last week, Texas. And then this week, they didn't even put up a point.
No. Here's my thing, though. That the Big 12 is so fucked up because Kansas State lost to TCU last week, right? They probably would have won if their quarterbacks didn't get hurt, whatever. But then you look at Oklahoma State almost beat TCU. They blew it, and TCU won in overtime. So how did Oklahoma State not score a point against Kansas State?
Hungover.
I mean, I think their quarterback got hurt too, or they just put in the backups because it was such a blowout. But did you see the clip of their 3rd-string quarterback, a freshman?
Yeah.
He was shaking just because he was so nervous. That's kind of awesome. It shows that they're just people. They're kids,
I felt bad because we gave out Oklahoma State for the 5 people that probably actually wanted our picks, and
I don't think anybody actually wants them. I just want to show off when I win, and I take all my picks that I send. But it's bad lately.
Yep.
Wake Forest lost to Louisville. I didn't watch the game, but they were 10. They looked like a wagon. They lost. That just shows how unpredictable college football is. Tennessee absolutely rolled on Kentucky. What was it, 44-6 final score?
Yeah. I'm trying to find it. There's 44-6, yes.
this weekend you've got Tennessee at Georgia, 1 versus 2. That game's going to be electric. And then what's the other big game? Oh,
TCU.
Bama LSU. Let's stick with the SEC for now.
Oh, I thought you were talking last weekend yet.
It's in no, I'm sorry. I'm doing a preview now. We'll go back to TCU, but Bama's got LSU in Death Valley. Is that a night game? If it is, Alabama's fucked.
Game.
Nope, 7 p.m. Changing my lock. Changing my lock. We're getting crazy. I should have looked more. I don't know why. LSU plus 13.5.
Wait, would you say that LSU is a good team?
I'd say they're good.
Oh.
What? Did I say they're bad on a past episode?
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago.
That's when they're playing Ole Miss, though.
Yeah, and you were like, nah, they're not a good team. And then we talked about the rankings. You're like, LSU's not good.
I did say that. Hang on. I got to sneeze again. Nope, I don't. I'm good. But listen, 7 p.m. game in Death Valley. Do you know how loud that stadium is going to be? Every single person in there is going to be
Yeah,
bad.
And I also said that's a insanely difficult stadium to play in.
I definitely did not disagree with that.
Yes, you did.
No way.
I promise you.
Okay, listen. Back then I was still high on Ole Miss. LSU changed my mind. Are you telling me I can't be wrong? Like,
no, I'm just making it known that you were wrong.
That's the point of this podcast, is to look back at, like, God damn, I say some dumb shit.
A lot, yeah.
Not as much as... No, I'd probably say a lot more than you, actually. All right, go ahead. Tell me about your TCU boys.
TCU is my third favorite team of all time now.
You got a third team for the year?
Well, because Tennessee's number 1, Wisconsin's number 2.
You put Tennessee above Wisconsin? Oh, my God.
It's a 1A, 1B type of thing, you know?
And Wisconsin's 1B?
Well, they're interchangeable. One and one. Anyways, yeah, TCU beat West Virginia 41-31. They were -7. And I had TCU -7. Well, so that's the thing. I had TCU -7. West Virginia scored a touchdown with 4 minutes left to make it 34-31. And I was like, fuck. Like, TCU's not going to go for the touchdown. So they bring it all the way down to the other side. Real slow, methodical, running drive, whatever. Clock's just tick and tick, 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 tick. They get into the red zone, and they kneel it. And I was like, fuck, dude, we're done. And then it was like 4th and 2 or whatever, and they had the offense out. And I was like, what are we doing here?
Oh, my God, it just clicked. I forgot about this.
Yeah.
I barely listened to you just there. Sorry.
So
go ahead.
They go to snap it, and West Virginia jumps off sides. They give them the free play. TCU lobs it up, caught at like the 2-yard line. Guy's getting tackled, and he falls into the end zone. Touchdown with 20 seconds left. TCU covered the -7. Just, I was fully dead. I retweeted a picture on Twitter of somebody's group chat that I follow, and how they were just talking about TCU and Penn State, and they're like, dude, they're not going to cover. And then the next text was like, oh my God, TCU, and holy shit, Penn State's covering too.
Yeah.
And that was literally me.
Yep. I forgot about that. Good call. That's about everything for college football, right?
Illinois. Illinois is still a 7-1 team.
Illinois is going to get
Granted, they beat Nebraska,
rolled.
but
They're going to get rolled by Michigan.
Yeah, when do they play them?
Michigan plays them
2
the week
weeks
before Ohio State. No, 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Because we got Rutgers this weekend, then Nebraska, then Illinois. Which is honestly good, because Illinois is actually like a decent team, so it might be good to play a decent team ahead of Ohio State. So
just makes Wisconsin's resume look that much better for the playoff.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
We're going to be the first 4-loss team to get in.
Losing to Illinois by more than Nebraska did at home.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right, MLB. I mentioned it earlier. The Phillies had that huge comeback in Game 1. You cannot count them out of any game. That's their second 5-run comeback, correct?
I don't know exactly, but
I know they had a big comeback.
Yeah, they're insane.
And then Game 2, they just kind of weren't there. I mean, they scored some runs, but the Astros scored more. That's kind of how that went.
Well, and Framber Valdez, possibly not confirmed cheater, but
No, nowhere near. Dude, they checked him every inning. There's videos of the umps literally grabbing his wrists. Oh,
I get that.
They paid off the umps?
No. Well, maybe. No.
Shut
There's
up.
a video of him rubbing his palm, and then as he's walking off, he's literally rubbing his palm as hard as he can on his pants, on his jersey, everything, and then he walks up and gets his hands checked. It's a little sus.
I really don't give a shit. He still gave up 3 runs, no?
I don't think he
those up
gave up all 3.
Why don't you look into that while I talk about this?
Okay.
Dude, Justin Verlander sucks in the World Series. I think going into that game, he had like a 5.8 ERA. And this was game 1, by the way. Dude, he looked
Valdez
great.
gave up 1 run.
Okay. Verlander looked great up until, I think it was the 4th inning or the 3rd inning. And he just fell apart. I think he gave up 3, and then the next inning he gave up 2, and he got pulled. So now he's up. He's definitely above a 6 ERA in the World Series, and he's never recorded a win.
He gave up 3 in the 4th.
That's what it was. 3 in the 4th.
And he was rolling through the first.
Dude, he was, and it's just like something's got to be wrong up there. Like, it's just, there's no way you're that bad in every World Series game you pitch.
Well, I think it's funny, too. Like, you look at the pitchers that are bad in the postseason. It's like Kershaw and Verlander. And Scherzer. 3 of the greatest pitchers of possibly all time. Just horrible in the playoffs.
Absolutely. So, live reaction. Michigan is... Wait. Oh, yeah. So, the college football playoff rankings just came out, and Michigan is at 5.
Really?
Clemson got 4. I don't know the top 3. I'm just somebody's tweet. Yeah, so it's... Wow, Georgia... Did this just say Georgia at 3? Hang on, let me Google this. Talk about something while I figure this out.
Personally, I think the Phillies are going to win the World Series. This whole rain delay thing that happened yesterday and pushed the game back to today, I think that just made the Phillies so much stronger because now Nola's going to get to pitch in Game 4 on full rest. Wheeler will get to pitch Game 5 on full rest. It's just, I don't know. The best part of the Phillies right now is their pitching, and now they get their 2 best pitchers on full rest even earlier. And then the Astros are probably going to throw out Verlander, and that's just, we know how that goes. So,
yeah, so we get baseball 3 straight days starting today and Saturday, Sunday if necessary. Here's the playoff rankings, by the way. Tennessee 1, Ohio State 2, Georgia 3, Clemson 4, Michigan 5, Bama 6, TCU 7.
Wow.
What the fuck?
Tennessee's number 1. Let's go.
That's pretty sweet. I think they deserve it, but Ohio State above
team.
Georgia?
That's
Georgia blew out Oregon, who's number 8. Who did Ohio State beat? Notre Dame, who sucks? Who else is Ohio State beating? That's it, right? Just Notre Dame?
Do they just want the...
And Michigan State and Wisconsin?
No, I don't know.
That's terrible. That's terrible. And Michigan 5? Dude, Clemson hasn't beat anybody either. They've almost lost more games than they've won. What is this ranking?
I'm going to go pull up
Listen,
Clemson.
I need to relax.
Right
It doesn't
now,
mean it doesn't mean
Clemson,
shit because it's so early.
Barely beat Florida State, beat Boston College.
Clemson's
barely
best
beat
win
NC
is Wake
State.
Forest. Maybe Syracuse.
Beat
Where's
Wake
Syracuse
Forest
at?
in double overtime.
Exactly.
They have not played anybody.
No. So how the fuck
They only
did
put
they get
up
over
35
Michigan?
against
Hey,
Furman.
I'm gonna retract because I'm using they haven't played anybody and Michigan hasn't either. So I'm gonna retract. I'm gonna allow
That's interesting.
Michigan's gonna win out and then prove it against Ohio State. We're good. So, all right, we did college football, we did baseball. Live reaction was pretty sweet. I wonder if we'll do that every week because it probably comes out around the same time we record.
Yeah, probably.
All right, NFL. Tom Brady and Giselle officially done. News came on Friday after Tom Brady lost on Thursday night. It was kind of hilarious. I'm gonna call my shot. I think Brady finally figures it out and the Bucs start winning games now that all that stress is done. I mean, going through a divorce is probably stressful as shit. It would probably mess up my life at a normal job. Now imagine you got to perform in front of millions of people. Yeah, that's going to be pretty tough. His O-line is still garbage, but I think they get a little bit better now. And I might pick him back up in fantasy.
I hope that they perform better because looking at my parlay, yes.
Who'd you take for the NFC West, by the way?
The Rams. You talked me into it. I wanted the Niners.
I do too. You should have taken the Niners. I mean,
I wanted them.
Before they had CMC, it didn't look good. Now they have CMC, and they look lethal on offense.
Yeah. And the
Rams
Seahawks
look like
are
shit.
still, I don't know what is going on with the Seahawks. But
The Seahawks won't.
yeah, the cash out is down to $1.55 total.
Mine's more? I got $1.92.
Yeah, it's
Let's go!
down. Bills look good, Rams bad, Vikings good, Chiefs good, Bucks bad, Eagles good, Titans
Bucks isn't
good.
bad. They're only down a game.
They're not even the favorite. I don't think. Oh, they are the favorite. Never mind.
As they should be. They're not even down a game.
And then Bengals look okay.
Ooh, Bengals looks bad.
They don't look bad. Just,
Joe Burrow has no time in that pocket, dude. R.I.P. Might as well cash out for your $1.50.
I'm not cashing out. We're letting this ride.
All right. Man, we're going to go long today. Maybe not, actually.
I don't think so.
Book of Moors. Holy shit. We went off. We're 4-4 now. And I don't know why, but we're still projected to finish 8th, which I think is downright stupid. Yeah, we didn't move.
Bad.
We put up, what, 145?
144.5.
There you go. We had Kamara, 3 touchdowns. We had CD scored a touchdown. We had Dak, he threw for 2. We had Dameon Pierce, okay. We had, who am I missing?
Zach Ertz had a touchdown. Dalvin Cook.
Zach Ertz, Dalvin Cook went off.
Younghoe Koo.
Younghoe Koo did okay. Falcons defense was bad. But yeah, I mean, just
it wasn't
Dak
that bad,
actually,
though. They got us 3 points and they still allowed 34.
Dak actually, Dak and CD combined for more than I'm giving off. But yeah, I think we're fully back. Kamara, I traded him
for
in
40.
another league a week ago, so that's pain. But that's all right. This is my big money league. We're gonna win.
Yeah. If we want to talk about big leagues, I just want to touch on Step Burrow. I'm stuck in your league.
That's not part of this podcast.
Well, I just want to touch on it real quick because my team went absolutely fucking nuclear this week. I put up 164 points. I moved to first in my division. No big deal. I'm 6-2. Sum things up real quick. I had AJ Brown and Alvin Kamara. If you didn't know, they both scored 3 touchdowns. I also had Kyle Pitts who scored a touchdown. Leonard Fournette scored a touchdown. Justin Jefferson didn't score a touchdown, but he still had a good day. So it was just a great week for me. I even had Garrett Wilson on my bench in 17. So
if we're going to talk about leagues that don't relate to this podcast at all, I beat a 7-0 team as a 2-5 team starting Geno Smith at quarterback. Yeah, I beat a team that had Devontae Adams, Jonathan Taylor, Josh Allen, and Stephon Diggs, and I won. And
Congrats.
I am proud of it, and I really hope you're somehow listening to this because Meeker, suck my ass. I own you. That was my championship. I'm 3-4 now, or 3-5. I'm riding off into the sunset. I don't give a shit about the rest of the season. I'm good.
Yeah, I wanted to say congratulations on your mid-season championship. I will actually be winning a real championship and making money. So,
in my league, but in that league, you're just as bad as me, maybe worse.
I think it's funny too. You were fully committed to the tank this week, and then you went and beat the league leader.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not worried because I don't even have my first-round pick. So, and second round doesn't matter.
So you're tanking and you don't have a first-round pick.
I have 2 first-round picks, just not my own.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and guess what? They're the 2 best teams in the league, arguably, because I have Meeker's and my father's. And they're both, my father's 6-2 and Meeker's 7-1. So, yeah, that's going to be a high pick. Anyways, let's get moving here. Hey, trade deadline. Do you want to start with your dumb-ass front office?
Honestly, I don't know why I really got my hopes up. I shouldn't have expected anything more than what happened today, which was literally nothing. You should have got
your hopes up. Because
no, I shouldn't have. Because
what the fuck are they doing?
We have never won. That was the thing. So a couple years ago, we got this new GM, Brian Gutekunst, and everyone was like, hell yes, let's go. Change in the front office. We're going to make some moves finally. And every year it's the same thing. We need to make a move at the trade deadline, and we don't. This year comes around, we need to make a trade deadline move. And what do? Nothing. Same thing every year. Granted, we were in talks for Chase Claypool. Do I know if that would have been anything? Probably not.
It would have been better than wide receiver 3, Allen Lazard.
Yes. I mean, yeah, now Lazard just came back from injury.
Or DJ Moore. Or
literally
honestly,
something.
I think the Panthers probably held on to DJ Moore after Sunday. So I think he got screwed there because he went off on Sunday.
Yeah. I don't know.
But
It's frustrating.
listen, I think they're idiotic because now
You
Rodgers
could have went and got fucking Calvin Ridley.
Rodgers is going to end up going somewhere in the offseason. He's going to play another year. I don't know what his contract's like. Maybe he just actually retires, but
He has the option to opt out this year.
You're just really screwing yourselves over. Now you're committed to not compete because your offense is so bad with no receivers.
Maybe we just fully commit to the run game finally.
Like your wide receiver 1 is literally a wide receiver 3 anywhere else.
Hear me out.
What?
We go get OBJ.
That's literally that's like your last chance. Like you're gonna
But
win
it's
this
also
week.
by the time we get him and he's healthy, it's gonna be too late. Like
You guys could still sneak into a playoff spot though in the wild card.
I
Your
also think
defense
the
isn't
Vikings
bad.
are fraudulent and might just collapse.
No, Vikings are real. That defense is good. That offense is high powered. But what I'm saying is you could sneak into a wild card. It's going to be tough because the NFC East is wild, but the Giants are going to drop out. The Cowboys will chill out a little bit, and the Eagles are going to win that division. You guys are going to be 4-5 after this week. You're going to beat the Lions. Like, go get OBJ. Have something. OBJ would thrive with Rodgers.
Just give our
He's
fans
not
something.
Oh my god! I spit all over my brother's monitor. He's gonna be pissed. I don't think OBJ's great, but he's definitely better than Lazard or Christian Watson, who can't stay on the field for longer than 4 snaps.
Yeah, agreed.
I don't know why I'm so amped up. It's the
You know
Packers.
who?
I'm
You
actually
know who we
happy
do
about it.
have as a wide receiver though?
Who?
Romeo Dobbs.
He's okay. I mean, he has a
Dude,
lot of
he's
drops.
legit.
Romeo drops.
No way. Did you see that catch he made this weekend?
That was a very nice catch, but he did have 3 drops that game. I don't know if you saw. You did see because you probably watched the game.
False.
You didn't watch the game?
No, we can get into that in a little bit.
Oh, fake ass fan. So we're gonna hit some quick ones here. Kelvin Ridley to the Jaguars was shocking. I did not see that coming.
I like it.
I think it's a good move for the Jags. They didn't lose much. Kelvin Ridley's dope. I'm sure he's working out and staying in shape. And it's not like he didn't do some crazy shit. He bet on a game. I think he put $100 on his team to win when he wasn't playing.
$1,500.
Dumbest suspension of all time. $1,500. Oh shit, sorry. Wasn't even playing. He was injured. Like, why is that not allowed? I get it.
Yeah.
But for a year, dude, and DeAndre Hopkins got 6 for literally cheating.
This trade
What
was
the fuck?
This trade was really fucking crazy, actually, because the Jags are sending back picks, but the picks depend on Calvin Ridley. Like, it's like a second round pick, but it changes if he gets an extension. It changes if he is suspended indefinitely, and it changes.
I gotta pause you. You're so wrong. It's a guaranteed 5th, and it's a 4th with conditions. And
the conditions are fucking weird. That's all I was getting at. Not necessarily the round, but
yeah. Well, they gotta be weird, I guess, when somebody's Oh, here we go.
yeah.
Okay, if he gets reinstated by a date, it's worth a 5th.
So that's the thing.
Otherwise,
he
it's
could not
a
even come back.
6th. If he makes the team in 2024, it's at least a 4th. If he hits playtime milestone, it's a 3rd. And if he signs a long-term deal, it's a 2. Oh, so you are right. My fault.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
That is weird. That's odd. But hey, listen. I mean, if he's a good receiver. He's only 28.
I don't think he's even that.
I think he's
I don't wanna
28.
say
I
that.
looked it up today. He's actually 28. My team, Hawkinson got traded. At first, it took me by so much surprise. Like, my work buddy comes up, big time Lions fan, and he's like, "Dude, Hawkinson just got traded." And I thought he was bullshitting because I told him I was excited for the trade deadline. And no, he got traded. I was completely shocked, but looking into it, it was smart.
See, as Lions fan, I disagree.
We can get into it real quick. Let's be quick, though, because we got a lot more to talk about. Lions get a second. I'll give my reason, you give yours, and then we'll talk. Lions get a 2nd and 3rd, right? They give away Hawkinson. Ouch. Good tight end, but Hawkinson wasn't being utilized. He was due for a deal soon, and the Lions didn't want to pay him that money. He wasn't getting utilized enough to get big-time money. Like, he was going to want as much as, Mark Andrews or Kelsey's going to get, and he's not worth that money. And we're rebuilding, so why would you rebuild around a tight end when you're going to have to eventually pay guys like maybe Swift, And maybe Amon-Ra, and maybe Jameson Williams if he works out. And Hutchinson's going to need a deal too. Like, there's going to be a lot of money getting thrown around. Maybe Hutchinson doesn't get a deal because he's actually been kind of bad, and that kills me to say. But I think it was a good deal.
So, my take. I sit around a bunch of Lions fans for this, and they're all like, this is a good trade. This is a good trade. Like, we're still rebuilding. Here's the thing. If Lions fans want to bitch every year about we're rebuilding, you know what would get you out of a rebuild? If you spent some goddamn money around players that are good. Like, I get you're not utilizing him. But what happens if you go draft a quarterback and he does use the tight ends? Then you're going to be like, shit, man, I really wish we had Hawkinson. Like,
the only tight ends that are actually utilized are Kelsey and Andrews, though. Kittle's even getting phased out.
That dude's the exact same build as both of those guys, though.
Yeah, but he had, listen to his stats this year. He had, the first week, 4 catches, 38 yards. The first 3 weeks are the important ones because that's when we were the number one offense in quotes. Second week, 3 catches, 26 yards. On 7 targets, he had 4 drops. Actually, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to say Hawkinson's bad. He's a great player. Then he had 3 catches for 18 yards and a touchdown. And then week 4 was his just blow-up week. He
in
put
a
up
good way. Yeah.
179 yards and 2 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion.
That's the thing, though. Like, every year it's, we're not good, we're not good, we're not good. But you could be good. Like, you literally are trading away. Every time you get something good, you're trading away the good players for draft picks, which then you are in turn drafting and trading them away too. Like,
who are these other good players we traded away?
I just looked through all the past. Like, when you guys draft somebody, you're like, oh, this guy might be good, and then you fucking trade him, and it's like, Swift might be fucking traded soon.
Who though? You need to give me people here because our drafts have not been well in the last 3-4 years.
I just feel like every time you draft somebody, you're trading them.
Give me a fucking person.
I don't have an exact. Galladay.
This is empty. Galladay, we didn't trade him. He didn't re-sign.
Oh, okay. Either way.
And look at Galladay now. Look at Galladay now.
Yeah,
what's he done? Nothing.
Galladay's a scum.
I miss him. He was my favorite player. I bought his jersey, but there's nobody out there. This is the first big trade other than Stafford, and you knew that Stafford wanted out.
I just think that if you want to be good, you have to spend the money to keep the good players around. And
I agree.
You know what?
Tight
ends aren't utilized the way that they should be. But you've seen what Hawkinson can do. You saw that 179 yards, 2 touchdown game. You know he can do that. You know he can be a top tight end in the league. Why would you not just keep him?
Because you have to drop Travis Kelce money on a guy who's maybe 75% as good as Kelce. He was going to want so much fucking money. And that's just,
you don't like spending money on tight ends.
You 100% do. And it cleared $9 million cap, so maybe we can go out and get these guys you're talking about. Because if we successfully get the first overall pick and we get Bryce Young, hopefully not CJ Stroud, you go out and you can spend. And you're not locked up with this tight end for 4 or 5 years that might be trash in 2 years. You need to save the money for the trenches. We have the O-line. The O-line is so good. We need to spend on them because O-line is hard. You can get a tight end anywhere.
I wouldn't say anywhere. Last thing, I'll keep this short. At work today, this got part of my heated discussion. I mentioned all this about Hawkinson and why I thought it was a bad trade. And this guy proceeded to tell me that the Packers are garbage and waste talent, which I partially agree. We kind of did. However, the day before he said, it is so hard to win a Super Bowl, you know that? And he said, Packers literally don't have shit. They won Super Bowl. And I said, well, it's hard to win a Super Bowl. You said that yesterday. And he said, yeah. And he said, well, the Packers just waste away talent. I was like, you want to tell me the Packers waste away talent when the Lions literally had Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson retire early because they didn't want to play for this team.
Look, you're getting heated at me and our listeners, lots of Lions fans who aren't this person. This person sounds like an idiot.
No, I know. It's just, I was like,
the only thing I agree with here is that the Lions waste talent and the Packers waste talent. You wasted Adams.
I don't know. See, I don't know. You can say you wasted Adams.
Clinton Dix. Did he get a ring?
He's not that good.
Dude, he had 2-3 years where he was legendary.
Yeah, on our team.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he went and got fucking paid.
Why didn't you pay him? Maybe the chemistry. No, we're not going to do this. We're not going to go down a rabbit hole.
I'm just saying, we can't say we wasted some of these guys because then they went and got fucking paid. Like Devontae Adams, drafted him, didn't waste him because he was still great, and turned him into the player that he is.
Why wouldn't you keep that guy? Top 5 tight end or wide receiver. Jesus Christ.
I agree. He didn't want to be there.
I think that's bad on him. He didn't want to be there because you didn't draft anybody to go on the other side of him. Like, he was doubled every week. Anyways, piping hot take. Listen, no defense. Let's keep moving. Rodgers' career was wasted by the Packers.
Not true. Anyways.
He won 1 Super Bowl when you should have had 3 or 4.
Anyways.
Piping hot take. Rodgers should have as many Super Bowls as Brady.
False. It's hard to win a Super Bowl.
That takes so hot. I'm on fire. Yeah, Broncos running back room. What are they doing?
I kind of feel bad for Melvin Gordon. Every week, it's like, Javonte goes down, Melvin Gordon, all right, you're the starter. Actually, Mike Boone is also going to start. You know what? Let's sign Latavius Murray this week.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's go trade for Chase Edmonds this week.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of feel bad for him.
I don't, because I think he's washed, and he cost me a win in my league. So I hate him. But I don't know what the hell they're planning. Like,
they also traded Bradley Chubb away and then went and traded for a defensive end from the Jets.
The reason they traded Chubb is because he wouldn't sign their deal, and they wanted to get something. And they actually, I think a first for a guy that doesn't want to play there is pretty damn good. So let's get into this. Let me read my stats here. So, like Austin said, Bradley Chubb gone. You don't really hear much about these great defensive players unless they're like Khalil Mack or Von Miller. But Bradley Chubb is a very good athlete. So the Dolphins, they traded back in the Trey Lance draft, right? They got 3 first-rounders and a third-round pick from the 49ers so the Niners could take Trey Lance. Everybody, let's laugh. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, Trey Lance hasn't played. Sucks that he got hurt. But so with those picks, the Dolphins have not drafted a player. In 21, they packaged that first-round pick with another to trade up for Jalen Waddle. Stud. That 22 first-round pick, they traded it in a package for Tyreek Hill. Stud. And now that 23 first-round pick, they sent it to the Broncos for Bradley Chubb. Stud.
Yeah, Dolphins are making some serious moves.
The Dolphins are doing good things I wish I would see the Lions do. But it's okay, because Miami's fun to watch. I just saw them firsthand. That was a fun game, but it's okay.
Dolphins, I think, became a very serious threat today by adding Bradley Chubb and then Jeff Wilson.
Jeff Wilson doesn't do anything because I think Mostert's been doing a damn good job. But you get those two back together. I don't know. Jeff Wilson is not as good as Mostert. Mostert's been great.
I don't know.
Mostert's been
Fun
great.
fact.
There's a reason he took that job from Chase
Edmonds. Both ex-49ers running backs.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying maybe they'll be good together. They're probably homeboys, I'd assume.
100%.
Last one, really. There was a lot of other minor shit that we're going to skip over, like smaller deals. But Claypool ended up on the Jags. Or why did we put Jags? The Bears. Did I do that?
I did not do that.
Okay, yep. Claypool to the Bears. My bad. I think he's going to get maybe 2 targets a game. I mean, Fields just runs the ball at this point.
I don't know. I think this might make Fields a decent quarterback. He just he didn't have the options to add another one. Though. I mean, you look at him, Komet, and Mooney now. Like, that's 3 decent targets. Yeah, but look
at Mooney. He became a wide receiver 1. He's supposed to blow up, but he sucks.
I wouldn't say he sucks, but...
He has, like, no yards. He's been a bust.
Their O-line sucks, too.
I agree, but Justin Fields can't throw the ball. Not going to get into it. Hope the best for Claypool. He's on our bench. Hopefully we get some depth. Let's do a quick recap because we are going along. Arguably the best 1 o'clock slate we've seen this year, mostly because Frankie hit a mega parlay. Do you want to read through it? Do you have it up?
I'm getting it up right now. Anyways, right. So I'll recap what happened to get to where we were at. BetMGM has just been throwing out free bets at me for some reason, and I'm not really sure. It seems like every day I log on and I have a new free bet. Haven't put in any money to this site. in I don't know how long. And so they threw a $20 free bet at me. Saturday night, I put it on Tennessee's spread. They obviously cashed, so I won like $17 and some odd change. Made a $15 parlay, which lost. It was 3 legs. It went, let me look, I have it up right here. It had New York Jets +3, Titans moneyline, Giants +3.5. So obviously, first and third one didn't cover. Titans won, that was fine. Then I took $2.39 and put a 6-leg touchdown parlay together. We had DeAndre Hopkins, caught a touchdown, one-handed actually, it was pretty sweet. Tony Pollard scored 3 touchdowns. A.J. Brown, 3 touchdowns. Jalen Waddle, 2 touchdowns. Alvin Kamara, 3 touchdowns. And then DJ Moore, who I thought this parlay was absolutely fucking dead.
Yeah.
20 seconds left in the game. PJ Walker throws the most beautiful fucking ball I've ever seen.
Just a
70 yards down the field. Right in DJ Moore's breadbasket with double coverage. Catches it for 70 whatever yards. I think it was 71 yards. Touchdown. Cash the parlay. $2.39 for 117. Instantly withdrew that money.
That's a big time hit. While we're on the subject, though, after DJ Moore caught that touchdown, he was very excited, took off his helmet in the celebration, which is a penalty. So they were backed up 15 yards. They just needed the extra point to win. Well, they would have had to get a stop, which they ended up getting a stop. Kicker misses the extra point, so they go to overtime. Then in overtime, Carolina gets a big turnover. They're on the 15-yard line, I think. And the kicker misses the 32-yard field goal to win the game, and the Falcons end up winning the game. That game was electric. It was so much fun. Our boy Younghoe Koo clutched it up.
Yeah, I don't think you can really blame that game on DJ Moore because he did save the game.
Absolutely not.
That's 100% on Eddie Pinero, the kicker.
Absolutely.
I mean, he was out there pregame taking fucking selfies instead of taking practice kicks. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if he gets cut.
I think he would have already. I think they're giving him another week.
We'll see.
So, yeah, we say the 1 o'clock slate was awesome. It was really just because of that game and then the parlay.
No, there was a ton of high-scoring games.
High scoring, yeah, but nothing really close.
Just a ton of touchdowns, though.
The Lions-Dolphins first half, if that would have continued into the second half, it would have been a pretty freaking sweet game. But the Lions didn't score, and they actually got some stops. I think they were up 10 at half or something, and they lost by 4. So, disappointing there. But that's fine because I honestly, at this point, I bet on the Lions to have the worst record in the NFL, and it's looking good. And we'll get the first overall pick. I'll make some cash. I think it was like 20 for 180 maybe. I think it was plus 800. Is the math check out there? Yeah.
That would be. Yeah.
Yep. So, hey, I mean, you know.
That would, yeah. No, that would be
whoever is playing the Lions.
Be like 160. Oh, wait. No, that's right.
Yeah, it's 160 plus the bet. So it's 180. The Packers defensive coordinator. Why don't you run us through that one real quick? We'll get into Paige's picks.
So I was on Twitter this week, and I actually didn't watch the Packer game, as I was alluding to. I shouldn't say I didn't watch it. I checked in every once in a while, but I figured it was just going to be an absolute blowout. Wasn't as bad as I expected, so we take a small W with that one. We covered the spread. Great teams win, or good teams win, great teams cover. So I would say we're a great team. Anyways, we covered against the Bills, and then there was a tweet on Monday that said, man, remember the Lions defensive coordinator when they went 0-16? I bet that guy just doesn't have a job anymore. Fun fact, that's actually the Packers defensive coordinator. And the one thing I have to say about that is, if any coach on a team that goes 0-16 ever gets a job again, that is a failure on that entire franchise that hires them.
Yeah.
How does a team go 0-16 and any member of that staff ever has a job again?
Fun fact, the D coordinator, or our defense was better than the offense that year. So, just a thought. When
I saw it, I knew who Joe Barry was, but I didn't realize exactly who Joe Barry was. And when I saw that, I was flabbergasted. I was like, are you kidding me? We hired this dude? Should have went and got him Leonard.
Him Leonard. Well, and I feel like there's plenty of guys out there that are better than a guy that went 0-16. Like you said, nobody who was on that staff should ever have a job again.
Agreed.
Ever. So, yeah, let's get into Paige's picks. We are already at the 1 hour mark. We decided to drop the spreadsheet portion. It's gonna be just for this week, just because we talked trades and we knew we were gonna go long, and also it was down 10 units last weekend. So
when it's bad, it's bad.
When it's bad, it's only had 2 losing weekends, but they were both double-digit unit losses.
Yeah, the spreadsheet is down 9 units as a whole, and it's only had 2 losing weeks.
That's bad.
In the 6 weeks that it's been going.
Yep. So Frankie's going to do it again this weekend. If it's back, we'll bring it back next week when we have less to talk about. But maybe not with the World Series wrapping up. We'll see. So Paige's picks. Your boy's still holding down first. 68, 53, and 1. 9 and 6 last week. Best record last week. Best record overall. I'm just going to keep rolling. We got Paige in second at 66, 55, and 1. She went 8 and 7. And then you got Frankie at 63, 58, and 1. 8 and 7 last week. We all did decent. I think that's the first week we've all had a winning record. That's pretty good. So let's get right into it. Eagles-Texans, Thursday night.
Paige has the Eagles. This one's too easy. I'm taking the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, the Eagles blow them out.
Yeah, it's minus 13.5 if you're wondering.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to bet on it because it's Thursday night and it's fucked me. Actually, I had a nice parlay last Thursday. I forgot. I hit a little 10 for $72 parlay.
Oh, yeah.
It was hilarious, too. Real quick, I got to recap this. I forgot. So I had it was 4 legs, 3 legs hit. I thought it was dead because I had Lamar Jackson under 244.5 passing, and he had 238 going into that last drive where they got that field goal to hit the over, which I also had. They ran the whole time. I think Lamar threw the ball twice, and they were both incomplete. And then the last drive, they just downed it. So 2 drives, he didn't have 5 yards, which would have hit the over, and I would have been screwed.
I'm pretty sure I just didn't watch that game, to be honest with you. I remember the first drive, and then I don't remember the rest of it.
Yep. Packers-Lions.
Paige has the Packers. I'm also going the Packers. It's my lock. Oh, God.
It was my long shot. I got to go Lions here because, listen, if I'm going to stay ahead, I got to go against you guys. I figured you both take the Packers. Give me the Lions.
That's fine.
Chargers, Falcons.
Paige is taking the Falcons. And honestly, I like the Falcons. They made some moves today.
Fuck, I'm on the Falcons too.
We
had a lot of agreement last week. We all did well, so maybe that's a good thing.
For the division winners parlay, I hope not. But
right. All right. Dolphins, Bears.
Paige has the Dolphins. I'm taking the Dolphins too. This might be the second easiest one.
Yeah, give me the Dolphins as well. Tua finally looks healthy. Tyreek is just an animal. He's going to put up 3,000 yards receiving this year.
And now we got their new additions.
Defense is going to be crazy. We should try to get Dolphins defense in the co-op league. I think their defense just got a lot better. I don't know. They look bad.
100% did.
Their corners looked bad last week, though.
Yeah, but their corners don't need to be good if the fucking quarterbacks are just rushing to throw the ball.
That's true. Panthers, Bengals.
Paige taking the Bengals. I'm going to take the Bengals as well. I think this is going to be a gross game. Yeah.
It's going to be one of those gross games. Jamar Chase being out is a huge deal.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be as big of a deal as it was. But also, like, the Browns' defense is kind of suffocating.
Right. Oh, absolutely. Like, there's a reason, like, Burrow got sacked, 5 times? But the Bengals are just, they don't look right, and I'm cool with taking a chance on getting some room on you guys. I'll take the Panthers. Colts and Patriots.
Paige has the Colts. I'm taking the Patriots. This is just another gross game.
I'm on the Colts.
Okay.
The Patriots looked bad last week against the Jets. That was a gross game. And the Colts kind of blew that game, so give me the Colts. Bills and Jets.
Paige has the Bills. I have the Bills.
Let's make it quick. Bills by 1 million. Vikings, Commanders.
Paige has the Vikings. Why don't you go ahead?
Oh, I'm on the Vikings. They're not losing. Do it. You won't.
Let me look at the rest of the slate here. Yeah,
Heineke the king. Heineke the king.
I'm gonna take the Commanders.
There you go. All right, let's go.
I think the Vikings are fucking frauds.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Just completely hang yourself out to dry on that one. Raiders, Jaguars.
Paige has the Raiders.
No, you gotta get. Let me try. The Raiders. That was better. Wow. That probably did not sound good. I apologize. Look at your audacity. Do you see it?
Yep.
Is yours awful? All right.
I'm taking the Jags.
Hey!
Oh, motherfucker.
All right. Seahawks, Cards.
Paige has the Cardinals. I want to take the Seahawks, but I know you're going to take the Seahawks.
Come on, baby.
Fuck it, I'm taking the Seahawks.
Give me the Seahawks, dude. Kenneth Walker is amazing. Fuck the Cardinals. They fucked me last week. I took them. Call of Duty's out. Give me the Seahawks, man. Sorry, I lost my spot.
I thought I was gonna pick one up on you.
Rams and Buccaneers.
Paige has the Rams. No shocker.
Nope. Does she know that they're like bad?
I don't know if she does.
I think she checks standings, but I don't think she'll ever not take them.
Just to hedge my own parlay, I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Give me the Bucks. Tom Brady's back.
I don't know if he is. He
Giselle's
looked bad
gone
last week too.
Honestly, though, what a bag fumble by Tom, because Giselle is fine like wine and she's rich.
Yeah, but he's going to get fucking paid.
He's going to get paid. He can go out there and get any girl he wants to. Titans, Chiefs, Sunday night.
Paige has the Titans. I'm taking the Chiefs.
Surprised she didn't take State Farm Boy. Or
yeah, Golf Mans.
Golf Mans, that's right. Give me the Titans.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Really?
Dude, Derrick Henry is just godly. I looked it up. The Chiefs' run defense is actually bad. Give me the Titans.
All right.
Ravens, Saints to round us off.
Paige has the Saints. I'm going to take the Ravens.
Give me the Saints. Give me the Saints.
You're going to do it.
We got weird at the end there. This will be interesting. We kind of started off agreeing, and then me and Paige agree on a lot of them. So we're either going to grow our lead on you, or you're going to catch right
We
back
agreed
up.
on the 3 of the first 4, and then we flipped on all but 3 games.
Yep. So you got any for the do not bet list? I don't, because I had a decent weekend, and I also didn't really watch my bets, so I'm not like, oh, fuck that team.
Yeah. I think I'm going to add the Giants money line.
That's fair. That's fair. They tricked us a little bit.
They were my cash cow, and I knew this game was going to be tough, but they didn't look good, and they fell to the Seahawks. And I think now is probably the time that the books start catching up. And yeah, I told you Vegas was going to get greedy. Vegas has gotten a little bit greedy with me. I've been making money. I'm back.
All right, let's do roulette. Oh, my God, 3 just hit. You bitch. All right, what do you got?
24.
I'm taking 27 because it hit earlier.
Shout out Kobe.
24, 27. None of them have hit lately. None of them. 24 hit on that last one there. Just give us a little multiplier tease here. We haven't hit in what? We've hit one time out of the 15 weeks we've done this.
Yeah. While we're waiting for this, I just want to let everybody know my cash cow NBA player prop that I was riding.
27 on the Lightning.
Oh,
come on, 50
shit. Anyways, no, I'm just gonna wait.
Yep, you're gonna wait because we're
electric.
We're going. 22. That's another one. I got so many numbers. I need to stop saying that's my number.
Man,
20, I didn't realize. That was so close to your number too. Shit.
Mine is 22, 23, or 24. Those are
all right.
numbers.
You can talk about your cash cow. I'm gonna let it ride so we can see if the next one would have hit.
It's been Desmond Bain over an assist, and it cashed every game for like the first 6. And I didn't want to say anything about it to anybody because I didn't want to ruin the luck,
Jinx
you know?
it. Right.
The other day it went up to 4.5 assists, and he didn't get it. So the wheels are off the bus.
Numbers.
He didn't play yesterday. Oh, wow. He didn't play yesterday. I think I'm off that. That might be added to the do not bet list if he doesn't hit it in his next game. So
Do not bet because it's dead, or do not bet because you're afraid it's gonna die. 0
Both.
on this spin.
a little bit of both.
Okay, that's fair.
So,
Anything else before we wrap up here?
nope.
All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. Hey, listen, if you're listening, you know what? Ben, I want you to prove to me that you actually listen to these podcasts all the way through. So go ahead and shoot me a text, and I want you to say, "Fiddle me French sticks." And if you text me that, I'll know you actually listen to these all the way through.
If anyone is listening and makes it to this point, text either one of us and say,
Yeah,
"Fiddle
there you
me
go.
French sticks."
Yep.
So we know you listened.
Yep. I mean, we're down to like 5 viewers a week, but we're going to keep going because we have fun. So, hey, let's have a great weekend. Let's hit some tanks, adore some tutties. Like, subscribe, leave a review. Ben, text me and say, "Fiddle me French sticks." And we'll see you guys next week. See you.
Fiddle me French sticks, boys.